Bro.
Before we get to that, let's hear
Bro.
from some Minecraft creators from all
They
corners
just
of the globe.
started. They just started.
Hello everybody, I'm Yami and
Man.
I make a variety of
Okay.
videos. For me, Minecraft means getting to
Let's
connect
see,
with
let's
others
see.
in ways that I never could before. When I first started making videos, I quickly became obsessed with Minecraft, and it's been a great way for me to make friends. It's also something that allows me to build stronger relationships with my family.
Let's
who
do.
are just as obsessed with the game as I am.
What is it called?
Minecraft is also a great creative outlet, and it's allowed me to
Oak.
express myself in many ways. Minecraft
Tree.
also means new opportunities to challenge myself. From playing on hardcore mode to hosting building challenges with my friends, I've been able to have tons of creative fun
I'll say in.
the game. I'm so grateful for Minecraft and all that it's done for me, and I can't wait to see what comes next.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Pierre et je suis
Let me see
créateur de
this.
contenu
Okay.
français sur Minecraft en vidéo et en stream. Qu'est-ce que
Actually-
signifie Minecraft pour moi? C'est assez difficile de répondre succinctement à cette question. Si je devais résumer, je dirais que Minecraft, c'est ce qui me permet d'exprimer ma créativité
grab.
et de rejoindre mes deux passions.
Headband, because I am
Et l'ingénierie.
very.
Ça fait déjà 13 ans que je crée des
What is it called?
machines en redstone sur Minecraft et que je les partage auprès de ma communauté.
It's very hot
Incroyable.
right now.
En parlant de communauté, Minecraft pour moi c'est aussi cet
Let me see.
aspect communautaire très fort, de partage toujours bienveillant où chacun apporte un petit peu sa touche personnelle, son caractère.
Speaking the French.
au travers de ses créations. Et enfin, Minecraft ça signifie aussi pour moi beaucoup
Okay.
de rencontres avec des personnes extraordinaires.
Oh, plug-in
de
moment.
plein d'horizons différents, de cultures différentes.
Trust this device, yeah.
Moi ça m'a beaucoup enrichi personnellement.
It's always
Voilà, c'est
always
ça qui
trustworthy.
signifie pour moi
It's my device.
Minecraft pour tout ça.
Oi, gente! Eu sou a Bagi, tenho 28 anos, faço live e crio conteúdo aí há bastante tempo. Mais de uma década atrás, Minecraft me apresentou um mundo
Okay.
no qual era possível me conectar com os meus
How about this?
amigos,
I'll
exercitar minha criatividade e criar qualquer coisa sem
I'll try to add some little profiles, maybe.
E
Let me
hoje,
see.
mais de uma década depois, a criatividade que eu exercitei
Name MC.
tantos anos se tornou também a minha vida, porque me trouxe para criação de conteúdo. E não só me conectou com os meus amigos daqui, mas com pessoas do mundo todo que acabaram se tornando muito bons amigos também. Então, para mim, Minecraft significa conexão e eu sou a prova viva disso.
저에게 마인크래프트
I'm looking in. Look at it.
새로운 삶이죠.
멘트 죽인다, 그치?
새로운 삶의 시작이다.
Okay.
저요. 죽지도 않고 또 왔어요. 이번엔 어떤 삶을 살아볼까?
So it's really crazy all the creations that the community is creating, and I really love that floor of redstone and all the farms they do.
Yeah, that was super impressive. I love
Okay.
what Yemi said about connecting with family. I think that is so important. And I love the Minecraft community. If you want to get involved and aren't sure where to start, you can join us on the official Minecraft Discord, where you can find over 1 million other community members.
Oh, that's why it doesn't feel that full. I forgot to full screen it.
To see how big this community has
Okay.
grown over the years.
Hey.
Many people are creating.
I don't know if you can hear it well. I'm just making sure that when if anybody joins during Discord, they're not gonna be completely muted or whatnot.
From their time playing Minecraft.
Hey everyone, happy Minecraft Live Day. My name is Blue Jay and I started a Minecraft
I thought that was Vu Bui. That was his voice there. Similar voice.
To challenge myself to try new things in vanilla survival so that I could teach them to you. One build that I'm really proud of involves some redstone and a nether portal. This is my firework rocket activated nether portal.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Game Fruit Pulp. I've spent most of my time in Minecraft recreating Canada's largest city and my home, Toronto, including all the interiors and transit connections. Seeing the excitement of visitors to the Building Toronto project has created lasting memories in Minecraft and is definitely what I am most proud of. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at my city building project. My name is Game Fruit Pulp, and I'll see you all next time.
My name is Jamal. I am a hardcore Minecraft content creator. The thing that I'm most proud of in Minecraft is my current hardcore world. I have been in this world for 4 years, over 25,000 days,
Okay.
5,000 plus hours. I've built a lot, and by far, This is the thing that I'm most proud of in Minecraft.
Oh, I haven't seen many people build like cities in the end. That's actually pretty nice.
I love Minecraft.
I've been building my forever world for over 10 years now. Welcome to the land of Lutora. It's not just another world, it's modeled after a series of books I've been writing for just as long. We've been building this world live ever since I first began streaming, so that as you read the books, you can better immerse yourself in the story, because you've seen what each place looks like. And might even be able to walk it yourself someday. The world is built in survival mode, and we even have a D&D campaign based in the story as well.
I'm Tanisha, a Minecraft hardcore content creator who has survived in the same world
Okay.
for over 5 years now. I am so proud of how far I've come.
Let me see.
transformed the Nether into an ocean oasis, the End into a winter wonderland, an ancient city into a fantasy kingdom, and an ocean monument into Australia.
Hi everyone, I'm Crispy Twig. I love creating mods and add-ons for both Java and Bedrock.
Crispy Twig, huh?
Project and project I'm most
This is
proud of
deep fried
Minecraft
stick.
List. It's available on both Java and the Bedrock Marketplace, and I originally conceptualized it with my friend Noon a few years ago. Alongside this, I also love studying animal behaviors.
I'm Roz, also known as Roz Combat. Something that I'm proud of is I've been able to use my creativity to raise money for charity. I was recently diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, so I decided to host a building competition, and seeing everyone come together to raise money for something that impacts me every day makes me feel really emotional. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy Minecraft Live.
Wow, those Minecraft
Please,
worlds are
give me
incredible.
rice.
Seriously impressive to have survived that long.
Give me some food. I would love some more fruits, some more crops. Give me 2 tall corn. Give me tomato vines. Something. I want that so bad.
Let's go take a look.
I am by a builder, and over my time have created many a build to cringe at and love all the same. But when 2024 came around the corner, redstone piqued in interest, and I've since made some creations that I will remember for
My redstone piqued an interest, and I made a simple iron door. I was blown away.
However, the stand-up
Oh man, I haven't had time to watch Etho in a while.
and a community that I've made along the way.
Come on in.
I actually don't know if this is loud enough. Maybe I should increase the volume a little bit. Actually, no, I shouldn't increase it in OBS.
Pearl! Look, we didn't panic.
Okay, maybe just a little bit like that.
I could have fallen all the way.
Are you gonna make a door pun?
Oh, I think they're gonna have their own closed captioning. I'm just gonna stop it.
Let me make it, okay? Come here. Come here.
Okay, alright,
Jim,
okay.
Look at me. You're
Oh yeah, this background is hella old for my stream
Leaving.
when the bundles came out.
Clips that you saw right there, they were some of my
I mean, I
favorite
guess
ones that
there's
Minecraft
no
has brought, and I can
other
wait
new
to see what's
stuff.
next.
Oh, Pearl, stop it. Seriously though, spending time with friends is incredible, and I'm so lucky to be living in Canada, but to have made a friend all the way over in Australia through Minecraft.
One of my favorite things about Minecraft is just what Pearl talked about, building a world with my friends. But a little competition among friends can be fun too, especially when it's for a good cause.
This past December, 40 creators competed in the Twitch Rivals Block Wars Charity Challenge.
The competition was fierce. 8 teams of 5 competed in 8 minigames and 1 finale.
The mini-games played were Order Up, Tomb Titans, Extraction, Race,
It's just called
Party, Overspleef,
just called Race and Party
Battle,
and Battle. Wow.
Blitz Hunt, and a Shockwave finale.
They cut Doggy Bird.
We won for Minecraft. We won for charity. Everyone donate.
Thanks to this event, over
Actually, let me
$100,000 was donated
see.
to Nature Conservancy, an organization helping protect
Actually,
the
let me.
lands and water.
Okay, let me see. I don't sound bad. I was thinking like, okay, maybe it's something where maybe I've sound all scratchy this entire time and be like, oh my gosh, I can't say anything.
For two creators, Queso and Quackity, to come
Queso
together and save Queso's cat,
and Quackity,
Kitty,
god
who was
dang.
lost deep in the Pale Garden.
Dude, look at this thing! Creakings confirmed not.
He's gonna eat the Pale Garden.
What is that? Oh my goodness, it's Kitty. You gotta be kidding me. I think these are literally the instructions. There's nothing friendly in this eerie Minecraft drop, and the fate of Queso's cat Kitty is on the line.
Why they put his cat on the line?
Hey, now here's what we gotta find: a creaking. You are better than this. It's right there beside you. Oh my god, it looks just like the tree. Dude, it glinted it. It looks just like the tree, man. Yavalimos. Yeah. Yavalimos. Yavalimos. What is Yavalimos?
Hey Sanity, how's it going?
It means we're screwed.
You can join into the Discord if you want.
Let me just pull this stupid lever, man.
I like how I named this with EchoCraft, but Tree's not online. I mean, Tree is online. He's not joined for some reason. And Poke's not online.
You know what we do? We need to build like our own little house. Dude. What
The only two people who have been confirmed. Hey Sanity, how's it going?
You did not just abandon me with the creaking, dude.
Greetings. Let me see how to balance this out.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my I join you in the lava. I'm glad we shared in this adventure together. For Kitty, Javalimos. Javalimos.
Okay.
That Minecraft event looked
We are about 3 minutes from the start of the event. We have one EchoCrafter with us. One more.
Minecraft Live is now only minutes away.
My stream title isn't a lie.
Let's take a moment to celebrate all the wonderful, creative, and talented players who make
Oh, I just had to get my chai pulled together and, you know, just took me a moment.
No worries.
Okay, ¿estás listos?
Oh yeah. Apparently the only thing Mojang teased was something grows in water for the next drop. So that's probably something we'll expect. The only thing you can expect, really. By the way, have you seen the trailers for a Minecraft movie?
I saw. Yeah, I think I saw them.
How do you feel about it? It's releasing very soon.
I have mixed feelings. The kids are excited about it, but I'm still slightly afraid of what they've done with it.
Mm-hmm. It's like for me the Minecraft movie is like, I just hope that Jack Black and Jason Momoa save the movie somehow.
That would be interesting if they do. They were actually probably the more concerning people that I saw. Just not like super excited about either one of them. And Jason Momoa's character, in essence, especially during that first trailer, was just like, oh, what are we doing? But like the second one, giving some backstory on him helped a little bit, but I'm still not sure.
Uh-huh.
noite está chegando. Eita, piga.
Ai, o monstro tá vindo aqui. Olha, o monstro voa.
Oh, you know what'd be nice? I mean, we got the okay. We're getting the what is called the variants drop soon or whatnot. Maybe they'll shadow drop it. Release candidate came out this week or yeah, this week. But then I hope we get another spooky thing. I mean, we're going to go into the autumn drops soon or something. Was it spring to autumn? Aha. Oh, was the Enderman flossing? Son of a gun.
Coming to you from the Mojang office here in Stockholm, Sweden.
It sure was.
I thought Jen was gonna floss for some reason.
We'll be unveiling brand new features, giving new insights from our developers, and showing exclusive content from a Minecraft movie. We'll also be revealing the first steps into something that might just change how you look at your Minecraft worlds forever. You have continued to showcase your creativity in ways that we would never have imagined. Minecraft is more than a game, and it's all thanks to you. Since the beginning, we've been adding new blocks, features and mobs, widening our world and give you more opportunity for creativity, and there's more of that to come. Recently, we've started revisiting some areas of Minecraft and looking into how we can improve our core experience, whether that's breathing new life into existing biomes.
Can you prove the experience where Endermen don't pick up every single block and move them into a random
And
place?
if you want even more details, be sure to catch the deep dig taking place at the end of the show.
Yeah,
For
that
now,
one's
let's
quite
catch up with
annoying.
some familiar faces who just happen to be tiny experts in our game drop strategy.
The pufferfish.
It's Minecraft Live already? And we're doing it twice this year? And why are there now several game drops throughout the year? Help! Not right now. I'm busy.
Are you okay, Tiny Boo?
You look confused. Do you need us to explain how a calendar works again?
Tiny Jens, Tiny Agnes, can you explain why we do game drops now? And why Minecraft Live is now 2 shows a year? And what are your favorite colors?
Minecraft Live is now 2 shows that we do throughout the year. So we
You had to put 2 twice.
plans to our players more
It's now
often.
22 shows per year.
Did I say evil? I meant to say exciting.
Oh, neat.
Well, I guess there might be another game drop in the middle of summer and then one in the fall.
There will be several throughout the year. It means content drops of varying sizes, bringing the community new features more frequently.
I don't know how you feel about the game drops, but I feel like it's better just because they don't have all these high expectations every drop or every update.
Yeah, like
I feel like people expect the world.
Don't forget the creaking.
Like for the Caves and Cliffs, it took years because they had to rewrite everything about world generation.
Yeah. I can go either way on it, to be honest. Like, I kind of like the hype that can be brought out for like a major drop, like a huge change, but these little things can also be just nice throughout the year. In particular, being able to say, hey, let's add a couple variants to cows, pigs, chickens. I mean, not that that's super exciting in and of itself, but it adds variety to the game. And those are things that you're not going to sit there and go, oh, I can't wait, 6 months until they release that. But then you don't have a hype build up for some of the features so much because it's trickling out at such a rate that you're just like, oh, okay, more changes that I have to keep up on.
We have quite many things we would love to share with you all today. And we will start with some.
But I think also more changes or more updates is better just because like people can log on and even see like, oh, some things have changed in Minecraft instead of being like, oh, I've logged on half a year and nothing's changed. You know? Like what is Mojang doing if you don't see any changes? But
well, and then there's also trying to balance out, well, how much world can I actually explore before I have to go really far to see new stuff again, you know?
Yeah, I think that's one of the problems with old worlds, just like you've explored it and you can't like regenerate it, you know?
Yeah. I suppose that could be an area where they could improve between Bedrock and Java.
Like maybe they can record if like when you're in a new chunk, if you did anything like I guess that should be saved in it or something, I don't know.
Yeah, like auto pruning, but in particular like mob spawning mechanics, the passive mobs. Because in Java, once you've explored an area, I mean, you're gonna have to go pretty far to find some things.
Oh yeah, Bedrock has very, 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 very loose.
Their spawning mechanics are annoying in the opposite direction, because there's no reason to keep anything, because it's just gonna spawn more. So you just keep killing all the cows constantly.
Some of the features that I think are important to them. But at the same time, I wanted to kind of introduce.
So I feel like there's a balance to be had between the two.
Cows, I introduced some like different horn types and stuff. For the cold cow, we were inspired by the Highland cattle.
Okay, they're actually putting in the inspirations.
We have the hot climate pig, which is the Red River hog, kind of inspired. It has this cool markings on its face and everything. And then we have cold or cool chicken, which is inspired by Polish chickens, which have some really nice kind of feathers going on.
I think my favorite is the cool chicken, just because I get to say cool chicken around the office a lot.
The new sounds we've added is sounds for the desert, sounds for fire.
Oh yeah, the firefly bushes are nice. Very nice.
Sound personalities for the wolves. The desert biome is a really peaceful place.
Oh yeah, one of the simple changes they made is just that camels actually spawn in deserts and not just desert villages now. So very great.
The overworld got ambient sounds attached to the blocks, so if the player...
Wait, you didn't like the mechanic of having to find two desert villages that can be thousands of blocks apart in order to get a breeding pair?
If they duplicated like LA's, maybe that'd be fine. But it's kind of just like horrible if you have really bad spawns.
The wolf sounds are actually not wolves.
Yeah, they probably would have benefited from having a full-grown and a child camel in a village as opposed to just one. That way at least you have a chance of getting a pair to begin with.
It's been a while since I heard you? Yeah, I know. It's been a while. Been way too busy. Yeah, it's kind of like, what other stuff could they do? What is something that only spawns somewhere? I mean, I guess the LA spawning is already fine. They're supposed to be captive fairies. Like, I'm not going to expect one like... Maybe I could expect one if I did like if I went to a flower forest or something. I don't know, but maybe there's some stuff that's linked well, linked well to how they spawn right now.
We also wanted to change the cartographer.
Oh yeah, lodestones. Lodestones, cheap recipes. Now you could build out of lodestones without feeling like you wasted so much material.
That one I'm actually excited for, because then it makes it so that you can actually use that to get around your world. Like carrying a bunch of lodestones shouldn't be a huge deal.
Yeah, you'd still have to make a bunch of compasses, but that's still not that bad. Otherwise you want just like override one compass every single time you wanted to keep a location. I was expecting.
You know, that
like,
being said, if they make lodestones so much easier to use, they should also make compasses colorable.
Honestly, I kind of feel like they might just go the route with making colorful enchantment glints or something. But I know color is like the whole thing about color is that a lot of people are colorblind and all that stuff, which is why they changed all the spawn eggs, right? So that people can notice it at a glance. But like, imagine like a red enchantment glint on your items. Items with fire aspect or something. A flame, you know what's on it.
I mean, that would make people want particular enchantments just for the effect that it would give on their armor.
Hmm. What the heck? Why did he just zonk into a tree? Oh yeah, leaves have... All the leaves have falling particles now. But I don't think... I think they're only colored by the biome and not like specific to the leaves they have. The texture they have. I think a lot of people's computers can handle mini particles now, you know? Time to put more particles in the game. What is being broken? The update name or something? Or the drop name?
Hi, I'm Emma, and I play Natalie in a Minecraft movie. I started playing Pocket Edition with my friends way back when I was like 10. We were on a competitive dance team, and whenever we had a spare moment, we'd play Minecraft together. Action! Guys, I've read about this. We're experiencing a shared delusion. When I was offered the role of Natalie, it felt like such a cool opportunity to bring together my love of acting.
Oh, is that I played like... I played
blown
Pocket
away when I
Edition.
stepped on set for the first time. It's
Back
something
when it
that I
was
in Minecraft.
on the,
Such
I think, original
moments, you know,
iPad Mini or something, but it was called
It was the details that really stuck out to
Minecraft
me.
Lite or something back
Life-size
then.
blocky trees, the cute potatoes, and how interactive the village set was.
I like how they have cube potatoes, but
felt
potatoes
spot
aren't
on,
cubes in
like I was
game.
walking right into the game. We've got a clip to share that took
You
place on
pick
that
and choose which ones are blocked.
This is the first time Natalie and the crew have stepped into a Minecraft village, and they start to learn the ins and the outs of this new and very different world.
Are we gonna have a scene where a villager scams you or something?
Here it is! Midport Village! Whoa, 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 whoa. Who are these guys? Oh, these dudes? They're the villagers!
Man,
The total pass
I
food
hate
and vegetarian.
live action
Don't bug them, they
translations
won't bug you. They're just like
of game
chill,
stuff.
trade, and eat buttloads of bread. They love crushing a loaf. So they built all
They love crushing loaves.
But the good stuff you see, that's all Steve. Anything you can dream about here, you can make. Zero limits. Relax, it's just an iron golem, local security force. But they're a bunch of big softies. Unless you start messing with the villagers. Don't ever do that.
This place makes no sense.
Come with me.
Yo, I need protein.
Imagine they actually show like a villager trading hall in the movie. Oh, I think they do show automatic chicken cooker.
Oh, dude, I got goose pimples just walking up on it. You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken? I did. And you're
You get Costco's rotisserie chicken. Let's go. Jack Black just stared at nothing there.
The village might look peaceful for now, but later in the movie, it's the center of a ton of action. I had a lot of fun training for the fight scenes and learning how to take out hostile mobs. Surprisingly enough, my dance background really helped with the stunts. I mean, fight choreography and dancing do have a lot in common. A Minecraft movie is coming to theaters on April 4th. Get your tickets now. If you can't wait to experience some of the things the movie has in store, Mojang has you covered. Starting on March 25th, you'll be able to join an in-game live event where you can play mini-games inspired by the movie and even earn an exclusive cape. Stick around until the very end of the show where Jens and I will play a quest from the live event.
Oh man, I totally forgot. I keep forgetting every single time because I didn't get it. But the creaking cape, I was so busy with school. I totally missed it.
Oh my gosh, that cape is currently my favorite cape. And it just so happens to go with my outfit that I've been sporting for the past couple or 3 years. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I've even thought about like trying to update the colors just slightly to make sure that it continues to match that cape, because I find it's a good color palette.
Man, I wish I had.
Yeah.
Man, I did the whole thing for an event years ago for the Twitch Hearts cape, but apparently I have the code for it, but I can't redeem it because they shut down all the codes afterward.
Oh no.
So, yeah. Well, at least during the live event, get the Minecraft cape.
Yeah.
At least I remember to get the the new ones that came out. What is it? The TikTok and Twitch capes for the Minecraft movie collaboration thing. But yeah, one of them's a meme cape. One of them actually has Jack Black's face on it.
Yeah, I got the one from Twitch, but I don't do TikTok, and I'm like, I really don't want to create an account just for that.
I literally created an account just for that.
I don't know. Anymore,
I'm
I
not
don't
doing
like
anything on TikTok. I'm just logging in and seeing any rewards for Minecraft.
Yeah, I just don't like having more of my information being out there, especially over the past like year and a half. I've had so many things being like, oh, such and such compromise, oh, and your information is now here, and I'm like, great. Some of these places I didn't even have a choice of giving my information to.
Now we are very excited to show you the next step for Minecraft's visual design. A new look that still stays true to our creative principles.
Oh.
I'm proud to present
The super duper
vibrant
graphics.
visuals.
Oh no. Oh, are they actually adding some shaders actually finally in the game?
Vibrant Visuals is a visual upgrade of the game. It enhances like all the visuals and everything you see, but it doesn't introduce.
Oh, this is probably going on
When you
console
enter the game, there's an immediate sense of
to use the ray
You see the
tracing
sun shining through the trees, maybe behind the mountain.
ray
maybe
tracing
through the
hardware on them.
clouds. It makes the game like have a really epic scale, and it's so much more interesting to explore. You might notice when you look at the blocks that light behaves a bit differently on the textures. This is because we have used a method that allows us to create extra textures for every texture, and this will enhance how the lighting behaves on the block. We have improved like all our emissive
I'm not sure if
textures,
this
so
is
stuff actually glows
on
out,
Bedrock. I think it is on
eyes
Bedrock.
or
They're showing this.
In the lush caves, it also looks very, very nice with all the glow berries.
And that would be why those lush caves are one of my favorite biomes.
You might want to be a little bit pickier now.
I love the glow of everything. Although I still have to say, a lush cave right on top of Ancient City is probably the ultimate combo right there.
Screenshots of my own builds. I tended to do them when it was dawn or dusk in the day and night cycle because that gave the most interesting contrast. Now with vibrant visuals, the directional light and the shadows and all the effects will give you a
Yeah, I think that
opportunity to create
that
very
fog
interesting
blur in the background is Bedrock Edition. Yeah, I think the water definitely is Bedrock Edition here. Okay. Oh, look at that. The scattered light through the water.
The skulk is now emissive and creates a really magical scene.
Oh,
Before,
the skulk is so bright.
but now
Down below.
it's more immersive.
One of my favorite things that the team created is the way shadows align with the
This is what
pixels.
happens after they took many years after that NVIDIA collab to do this.
The shadows, they add a lot of good contrast to the world.
Oh, they made the
It
shadows
helps with everything
blocky
in context, and it will make the world feel a little bit more familiar.
instead of just smoothed
You can
out.
also see in the reflections that they're pixelated according to the texture. This
That
is
probably
for the
helps
sake
with
of
a lot with
consistency,
computation,
and we think
actually.
it's great. So Vibrant Visuals is backwards compatible with all your old worlds. You can just
Oh yeah,
turn it
it's
on in
just
the settings.
a visual
It
setting.
runs locally, so you can play together with your friends that don't have it activated in the same server.
Would people actually have questions like that? Like, why would changing your graphics make the whole server,
That it was important to do something
or
new
would
and
make
fresh
it
by
incompatible
keeping
with
it
the server?
true to vanilla. And I think Jasper and the team did a great job. Though we are sharing the first news of Vibrant Visuals today, we are at the very start of a long journey. We believe this is something very special for the
I think the
game.
tiled
We are
water doesn't
bringing
look that
Vibrant
great
Visuals
there,
to a
but
broad range of devices. This graphical upgrade is planned for Java, and we're exploring how to do it. But the first version will be available on compatible Bedrock devices.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
They're making
Bedrock.
These features will inspire people to create even more amazing
I
games.
honestly am happy about that because it'll help for Bedrock playing, like my kids in particular. But then for Java, we've already got so much really good stuff going on that why would we necessarily need that?
As for Bedrock, if you have at least an Xbox Series S, maybe, you can probably turn it on.
Never before seen game drop. It's something completely
Or
new,
like a
and I must
modern
confess,
phone,
I'm very
maybe.
excited about it. It's something that helps you
Modern
make really big
used to be high-end phone, maybe.
It's something that might make you create a completely new kind of relationship with an existing mob. And it's also something that makes it extra precious to journey through the Minecraft world together with your friends. And it all starts with a rather special and possibly quite sad new block you find in the Nether.
Oh.
More precisely, in the
We're gonna find crying obsidian in the Nether or something. What are we trying
Are
to
we
find?
gonna like be able to resurrect a wisp or something?
If you take a closer look, you might notice something you haven't seen before. It's a bit hard to tell from behind, but if you look from the other side,
It's like a sand seal or something. What?
that you probably recognize.
Oh, it's like a...
A dried ghast.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like, are we saying that gas are like huge squid or something? Huge octopus that fly in the air?
Cute little tentacles on the sides and has this just a little bit.
It is kind of like a seal. It looks like a seal.
It seems very dehydrated. Then you might think that, well, let's put water on it. But there is no water in Nether.
So we can bring it to somewhere where there is water. We'll pick
What?
Up a block from
You
the nether,
pick it up?
bring it with us from the nether through a portal. And
Are you just toss it in the
what better
water
way
or
to
what?
Rehydrate a dried ghast and just put it in water.
And then we wait.
Are you really... Is this how you bring a gas into the overworld now?
A little bit over time is gonna start. First it's grumpy, right? Then it gets neutral, and then it's gonna start smile more and more.
Because then
What the heck?
a ghastling is spawned.
Does it become your companion? Oh, it's happy!
So cute. It's baby. It's precious. It's baby.
It's got gills.
So the
Oh.
ghastling just floats.
Oh, does it
around
shoot
the
fireballs at your enemies or
overworld.
something?
I mean, it's a little balloon, basically, right? So yeah,
That'd be a
that's
fun
what
little
the balloon
companion.
does. It floats and goes around.
I mean, they got to give us some mechanics to work with
it's gonna
this one.
somewhat imprint over players or mobs and just follow them around a bit until it gets bored, and then it's just gonna go and follow something else.
Oh, sad.
This one will not spit fireballs, but you can feed it with something, Agnes.
You just feed it blaze powder.
It actually is quite fond of snowballs.
Snowballs.
instead.
Okay.
I think it's
Okay.
adorable. It's both hydration and
Happy
cooling.
gas, like the cold.
And when it grows up,
Cold and
it
moist.
turns into yet another new thing, which is the happy gas.
It's just smiling.
Yeah, the happy gust is friendly towards the player.
It's smiling every day.
Fly around. If the gust brings you fires, the happy gust brings you smiles.
There's one more thing you can do with happy gas. You can fly on it.
Oh.
What the
Hey,
heck?
yo. You can saddle the gas.
Flying around in the sky, you want to go flying with it.
You don't need a elytra. You just need a dried gas. Oh, no, it's not a saddle. It's a harness.
Come closer with the harness, put the harness on, and jump up on it.
Oh, I bet you can lead these
The interesting
things.
thing about the harness also is that you can use it as an indicator to see if someone is riding the gas because
Imagine someone coming up to you on their happy gas.
they go down in front of the ice.
We have a new neat feature as well, Agnes. The
Oh, is this-
bar, right?
Yes.
They introduced Sky Islands with this, you know? That'd be funny. They'd be like, okay, you can go up to the Sky Islands without elytra.
So then, like when you're out flying on the happy gas,
Now I want to know the mechanics. How do you actually control this ghast?
travel here.
I wonder if it will automatically like float down so that you're able
Oh,
to.
now that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Who's the driver? Who gets to be the driver? This is a 4-way boat.
I think the happy
That can
gas
fly.
is gonna be a great tool for our survival builders because it's a
Oh.
bit like being in creative
So,
mode.
so wait, this completely revolutionizes going and looking for an elytra. Get a ghast into the end, hydrate it, grow it up.
Although that takes a long
And
time,
then
but
you
you
could
know,
just-
like you can still
yeah,
do
but
it.
if you're not in a
like-
hurry,
Yeah.
and because it looks like it has infinite flight, you don't have to worry about running out of rockets.
I think it's just slow. I think that's the only like very bad thing about it. It's just that it's slow. And also, if you tell people to press shift as soon as they're on it when you're high up, I want to see how many deaths that can cause.
Yeah, I feel like they need to work on that dismount mechanic a little bit. Maybe, you know, double press shift or something.
Hmm.
It's a little bit too easy to yeet yourself off into something.
Maybe just holding shift. So it's like a timed input, right?
We also announced vibrant
Like what is it called?
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing where the PC won't shut off if you press the power button once, but if you hold it, it will shut off.
Right. That's not a keybind, is it? I don't suppose we could actually change that ourselves.
That we don't have time to talk about before this gas crashes.
Before this what?
I mean, lands safely. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, the gas goggles didn't go up. There's nobody on it.
But that's with average size Jens, Agnes, and Wu.
Oh.
Oh, but don't worry. We can watch it together right now.
Okay, we're reaching the after show. It's been 30 minutes for the Minecraft Live. So they're going to be playing the game, I think.
To the Minecraft Live Deep Dig After Show. We'll play Spring to Life, our newest game drop.
Okay, they called it... I'm going to have to update that. Okay, they called it Spring to Life.
We have extra special guests, content creators,
The current drop.
as well as star of a Minecraft movie, Emma Myers. And of course, we'll hear directly from our developers who will play the game with us. Okay, before we jump into the game, let's do quick introductions. Agnes, why don't you tell everyone what you do?
I wonder if they're going to go over
Agnes, and I'm the game director for Minecraft.
the new drop
So that
or
I work a lot on, like, the creative
and
side of
both
the
like
game,
the new
head, kinda where do we
the
work
new
with
gas
the game,
stuff.
and of course collaborate a lot with the full team.
How did dry gas even form?
Sometimes known as Cassie or just Sniff.
They spawn all the
I'm a
time in
content creator and a long-time
in what is it called?
And Gustav, what do you do? Yeah, hi.
In the Soul Sand Valleys. Like, is it just like there's nothing to eat there or something? What do they feast on? What do they eat?
Well, based upon what they were doing with the mechanics, it looks like the dried ghast is actually probably just a baby ghast. While the adults are all fine and whatnot because they grew up, the baby ones just kind of sit there and
Could you tell Agnes I'm excited to play
suffer, I guess.
Do you have to find
you
like
basically
more?
save them.
Or can you breed them later? Like, do you always have to keep fighting? Like, let's say it's like a sniffer egg situation, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can breed them after you get 2 of them. What about these happy gas, right? Like, can you breed them afterwards? Like, you feed them more snowballs or something?
Maybe a snow block?
Hmm. I mean, okay. I've seen those videos where like animals just munch on ice and stuff like that. But that'd be funny if you had to feed them ice, maybe blue ice to keep them happy or something.
Yeah, it's the best. It is a very stylish.
But it seems like they're not like attacking companions. They're only really they're only really travel companions like the horses and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of other chickens, here are our classic temperate.
The original chicken.
See, the only thing that I don't really like about like horses and whatnot is you have to have a lead in order to keep them where you want them. There's no mechanic where they'll follow you or stay where you leave them unless you build something to keep them there.
I think it's more like because these like these mobs don't have like an owner assigned to them, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Allays can have an owner if you give them an item. If you're the person who gives them an item, right? Foxes will have an owner if you were the one who bred the baby, you know, bred its baby version. But like random cows, random chickens, horses, pigs, they don't really have owners unless they make it so like maybe the first person who puts saddle on them becomes their owner in some way, or the person who put their saddle on like the latest, like the most recent saddler, I guess, that becomes the owner.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like there's a warmth to the designs of each of the animals.
And I
that would be
really
interesting.
appreciate, like seeing them all next to each other. It just makes them feel so much more individual.
They do.
And I think they're so like well adapted to
Like they put all of them in this the sandy pits. Like they can't. Probably some of the. I mean, maybe animals prefer like sand sometimes.
Like wildflowers and leaf litter and all of these things combined to just add so much more depth to the world.
Yeah, we're seeing a bunch like the dead bushes and the dry grass here as
I like the dry grass.
I do
a lot.
like that dried grass.
seeing the team like finding all
The cactus flowers are nice too.
you know, the flowers, the cactus flowers in particular, I like because I think Sandra said in the main show she was talking about the sounds in the desert.
Yeah.
That is this very like peaceful biome. So just adding like small stuff like cactus flowers really makes a big difference.
It really makes me want to take like a.
I wonder what else they're gonna add in the Ghast update. Hmm. Man,
What does he have?
worlds are gonna be
Let me see.
so large. Maybe
And some.
it'd be nice if like
Yeah, Cass, you're about to
what
play
is
a
it called?
Savannah Village map. So one thing that's new
We
with this
apply
map is
world
that
borders
it's
for every
self-mapped
drop or
to
something.
specific biomes.
That would
So,
be interesting.
Again, we just wanted to find neat little ways of.
But
Well,
I
yeah,
guess it's not
that was
that
kind of
bad.
what I was talking about earlier, where it was like, oh, so you have this world that you've been in for a while. Well, now you have to go out farther to start seeing new and more new stuff. So they either need a way of
Sometimes you really want to find specific
easily
you can harvest specific
refreshing some of the chunks, or I don't know. I guess I've seen there are some mods out there that people will do like dimensional stuff. So if you want to see new stuff, you just pop into an alternate dimension kind of thing. And they also use that for like mining up resources.
I think
Nether updates. But then
I think it would be very interesting if
crafting recipe, which is of course a very
they just figured out what to save and what not to save for chunks. I mean,
lodestone is something.
if you kill like a passive mob in a chunk, I don't think that should mean that you've done something significant in it, you know?
Kind of like the right reward.
Like maybe, you know, when you're flying over chunks and to find something, like you're only loading them for a second, you're not really going to interact with them for any longer. They don't have the thing that you want, but next time you fly over, maybe the game will think, okay, we're in the new update, they haven't made any edits to this chunk ever since its first load or whatnot. Maybe we can reset the chunk, you know.
And also you're all staring at
Yeah, which that would be good to have something built in to help with that for sure.
There you go.
But I know a lot, maybe it's just it would be a toggle, because I know a lot of people do like having to see how the game progresses in their world, right? They've had many old chunks that they never interacted with, but then you can see how it blends in with the newer chunks as they explore in that direction again.
Yeah. Well, I would have been interested to see if like where I had built actually contained the pale oak forest.
Of course, the pig wants up for us. Carrot and a stick.
But unfortunately, that would have reset stuff that I built in the area. So it's like, that sucks.
There you got a bit of both. Like you got, they don't really read Firefly when they're done that way, which is super cool to me. But
Oh man, the firefly bushes are very, very nice.
you know, just hide them away.
Very ambient. Although, I did say that Minecraft can start putting a lot more particles because of people's graphical capabilities these days, but at the same time, more particles also means more shattered bitrate when you're streaming or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason that they're increasing, it's not necessarily that everybody has stronger computers, it's more that they've been improving the efficiency of the engines behind the scenes to the point where it can actually handle it a little bit better.
Though the reason why I say more computer graphics is because they keep on announcing like devices they're leaving behind in the next updates, you know? Especially for Bedrock Edition. A lot of older like Android devices and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's true, but that's, I mean, for mobile devices like that, that's expected anyway. They can't last forever because they can't keep getting updates.
Yeah, it's just not.
Building reminds me just of Sweden.
I mean, it's not feasible in the sense that a lot of what is it called? Android phone makers often choose like older parts to make it cheaper. So they already have low lifespans.
It's just so beautiful. I love.
Yeah, that kind of helped shape my preference towards Apple products over Android because there's such a large area of people who can build these devices that you have to spend a lot of time to find the stuff, and then ultimately in the end you just end up buying something that costs about as much as the other operating system. So and then for me it's a lot easier to support the single ecosystem in the house that was made to be fairly user friendly and not allow people to get into a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, they're showing off the locator bar now, which I feel is fine, especially if you're like in a world with, or you're playing with like a family or something, like younger people. Maybe don't know how to use debug screen. Also, maybe Bedrock Edition, you don't know the debug screen. You don't know how coordinates work. All you have to do is just like look in the direction of your friend who is not shifting or whatnot, right?
And it's your job to go and find them.
And try to find them.
Or wearing I would assume it's not going to work if they put a pumpkin on their head.
Yeah.
What I can use, actually, I noticed that we have the locator bar enabled on this world, so I think I just spotted a dot.
I think it's very interesting for the locator bar to not show when you're collecting XP. I think that makes it for like a fun dynamic for a minigame if you want to make something like that. Just like constantly raining down XP. So it's like, so you're trying to find people while it's raining XP or something, or you're trying not to die from people hunting you while it's raining XP. But also, that kind of makes me want an easier way to get like XP bottles or something for minigames. Like, I think the only way you can get renewable XP bottles is villager trading, but it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice to have a way of creating those XP bottles, even if it was like some sort of distillation out of a furnace or something. You know, as you're smelting things, that builds up experience, and so why not be able to have an extraction of it and
I just
put
like
that
those
into a
tanks,
bottle?
right? Those modded tanks where you stand on top of like some kind of pressure plate and it fills with like your XP, because a lot of times I don't die in the game and I have like, what is it called, over 100 levels, and I'm like, I'm not going to enchant anything, I'm not going to combine anything. I kind of just want to store this somewhere or somehow, you know?
Well, yeah, you start getting up into the 80s, 100 level stuff, and then you go, oh, I need to go do this thing. Well, now it feels bad because that's a lot of experience. I'm just going to.
And also, if you
give
want to do
up.
any minigames or anything, you feel bad for like not wanting to die that much. Just like, I want to have some fun in the game, but like, you know, I have all these levels, feels kind of bad. I wish I could like somehow extract them into my own bottles. Like, let's say the way you can do it is like, maybe they'll put like a dripstone like kind of thing, you know, where it just pricks your XP away instead of taking away your health, you know. And then it
Well,
goes.
see, I would even say, if we can't put it into a bottle, if we could just put it into an item, a form that we can't actually use it to get our levels back, so we couldn't like extract it all and then suddenly have all this experience sitting there so that we can do enchanting whenever we want, but instead be like, okay, this can be used to repair mending equipment. So maybe instead of mending equipment, being able to automatically suck in that experience when you're gaining it, you have to specifically use it with a bar of consolidated XP or something like that.
Hmm.
Put it in a little hole.
You know, I'd still think it would be fairly balanced if you were able to make it into bottles, right? Because you'd be consuming the bottles, right? Right. To make the experience bottles, and I think experience bottles stack, so it's not like a problem with like separate water bottles or whatnot. I think it would be interesting if that happens. Where, I mean, what we're talking about is very very niche, right? Like I don't think the majority of players are surviving up to like 50 plus levels, but like it'd be nice for the people that just sit around AFK farming all the time or whatnot, or just don't fall to natural causes all the time.
Yeah, when I do villager trading type stuff, it's very common for me to be sitting at like 80 levels like all the time.
Yeah. And leveling up just gets more inefficient as you keep going up, so what you see is like you might see 200 levels, but it's not the same as getting 201 levels, you know, or 200
yeah,
201 level bars. I don't know how to say it without sounding confusing, but yeah.
You said that very fast. You were ready.
Yeah.
Lime.
Is that a favorite color?
I think, okay, did that happy gas just grow up so fast? What was it like? Just
they fed it snowballs to make it grow up, I believe.
Yeah.
Jens's favorite color is beach ball.
Beach ball, which is a bit off. Beach ball is not my favorite.
I mean, that's cool that you can make the saddle, the harness, whatever color you want.
Yeah. I kind of wish you can make the goggles colored as well. I think you usually just use a random glass block, or just a clear glass block, right? Imagine you had like, you try to customize your happy gas like that, but also they did lead their gas, right? So yeah, how are you gonna get it back?
I think the mechanics of it were such that they'll fly up, but they'll come back down.
Uh-huh.
And look, the goggles are now on.
Oh, it would be so fun, actually, if you can lead under it, but it can bring you up, you know? Like you're attached via a lead, but you're not actually the one controlling the lead. They're controlling the lead. Like you're like attached via a balloon kind of style.
What if they made the mechanic so that if you led more than 2, so if you had like 3 that you led, suddenly you would start floating in the air?
Okay, I think the only problem with that is that you can't really dismount, you know? Like you can't really unlead. I think you'd be far enough away that you can't touch the entity. So you'd just be floating up forever into the sky.
What the? You can stand on it?
Oh. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Oh, that means people can't just like shift and fall off. But maybe
Well,
if
unless
it's
you're
moving,
moving, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh, and then as soon as everybody's off of it, it
Oh,
starts
okay.
floating away again.
Oh, I guess that's how it works with
I'm still paying off the mortgage.
So my question would be, what would happen if you had a lead and you right-clicked on it while you were standing on it?
But also, I saw that the docks did not look finished.
Yes, I noticed that.
Finalize it.
Is there something we can do about that?
If you can get your gas to come back.
The gas is not coming back.
They do like to come when they see the snowballs.
Yeah, they're tempted.
Oh, they're tempted by snowballs. Okay.
And then you just jump on.
They're still able to eat it.
This is so. I can build.
Oh, I didn't even
Oh
think
my
about
gosh,
this.
the amount of utility of this is just ridiculous.
I didn't even think about building it, building under like that. Oh, that they have like a skyblock version. What is it called? 8 or something. I don't know what it's on, but like you get you can go to like an island where it gives you a dried gas or something.
Yeah.
players will build.
So my question, if you can't hit shift to go down, how do you go down?
Did I say gas station?
Maybe the way you're looking, like if you're looking down a little bit and you press forward. I'm not sure.
Think about how you can suddenly
Maybe. It'd have to be a combination, otherwise it'd be so annoying.
and how exciting that is.
I've played some mods where basically flying, like if you look up or look down, you start moving that way. It's like, oh my gosh, just stay still.
Like it can be like swimming, right? Like in the way that you're looking, right? You're going up or down.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, like after one of the lush caves, like I got this
I also think that makes sense, even if you're like in creative mode or something, right? Because you'd rather be able to dismount all the time with shift.
Oh wow!
I think it's so beautiful.
Majestic.
Majestic, that is the right word.
They've got goggles because, I mean, I think goggles are only the cool factor there, just because they're not moving that fast to warrant goggles, you know?
Slowly taking in the world.
Yeah. But it's like Minecraft can often be a very peaceful and slow thing, but this is
This is actually very nice, right? No need for random pillars of scaffolding just to get that one block underneath that's a little bit far off. You just have a couple of happy gas around.
Okay, so what if you're on the ghast and phantoms spawn?
There's a chest in front of you. Run to the chest when I say go. Do not go before I say go.
You just have to not fly the happy gas at night when you haven't had any sleep, I guess.
Yeah, that could be bad.
I think what would make it very nice is if you can have a block that can be placed mid-air, so that you don't have to you don't have to actually start pillaring or find a base to start building on, right? When you want to build in the sky.
Okay.
If the happy gas acts like a platform, right? Then maybe you can, when you shift it on the gas, you have it as a platform, and then you can shift right click on the gas to place a block in midair, you know?
Yeah, that would be a pretty cool way of starting something just in the middle of the sky.
That would be very nice, actually, yeah. Are happy gas, can they survive lava like...
Oh, no.
Oh, no, they can't. Oh. Actually, do gas even survive lava in the first place? Am I misremembering?
Yes, they do. They can fly straight down into it.
Okay.
They probably can't survive because they were hydrated.
They're hydrated. Now they're... what is it called? The big wet squids in the sky.
See the smiley face. I think you know what to do.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh, you're gonna be too close. Is it gonna go?
I wonder if you have to feed them in order to make them large. I wonder if you can just keep the small guys.
That would be pretty cool if they have to be fed in order to grow. Because then it would make it so that you can keep a whole bunch just floating around in your area and not have the big boys.
Another one. You're very close to that one.
They made the... They made the smiley faces so clownish. It feels kind of creepy.
I haven't heard them. Do they make any of those cat noises?
I don't know. But you can... Oh, that'd be so interesting. You have these things, but you make them invulnerable for like a minigame or something, right? And so you're just trying to shoot... You're shooting other players off, you know? Trying to shoot other players off their gas.
Oh, so you don't inadvertently kill somebody else's gas.
Yeah. And you have like a carousel of people just like firing arrows at you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Because I think the other way around would be way too easy, right? Like you can definitely kill the gas really quickly.
Yeah.
Who will play through our new live event. This map is inspired by Midport Village, which you might
Well, that could also be a mechanic though, whereby you can add new enchants for the harness and then it would also lead to like dog armor and stuff. So you could be like, hey, we're going to put some sort of like reflecting enchant so that arrows can't actually hit the ghast. So you'd have to have a sword if you wanted to take one out that had that enchantment.
My 12-year-old self was screaming. I was so happy.
Or like we saw the fire, the lava killed them, right? Maybe only entities with fire aspect on them, or flame.
Oh yeah, give it
hurt it, you know?
the fire defense enchant, and then you can actually safely fly them through the nether and they won't burn themselves up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite.
Or maybe you can bring like maybe splash bottles of water or something, and that can heal them. You just splash it on them every few seconds.
That could work. Well, that just makes me want to see like some new armor for like the Strider. Could you see them being given like lava-filled boots?
So they can just
They can walk anywhere.
They can walk anywhere.
It's quite fun.
And Emma, you've mentioned like seeing the paintings was really cool because they did them very accurately.
They did them so accurately, and I asked for one, and I was promised one, and it hasn't been delivered. So
Yet. This is the call. This is the call that will bring it.
You have like the passive. What is it called?
I mean, one of the cool
You have a passive gas now. Wonder if you can. There's any other uses for any other mobs that might be like better, not angry or neutral all the time. Or you can make some passive mobs neutral, you know, and like make the horse like kick you if you're trying to feed it or ride it from behind without it being tamed or something. Don't know. Well, like
huge scene from the movie, which is Midport Village. Let's go check out.
Give some horse armor or some Frostwalker.
Hello, Steve.
It's like you walk in. These are scenes straight out of the movie. I think it's
this
so
wall
cool.
is very accurate.
Yeah.
It's like all those precious items from the movie, and like the Dennis portrait.
Let's head on over to the boutique.
What else could they do?
The Diamond Boutique. Yeah. I'm saying it way too obviously. I could just say the Diamond Boutique.
I don't think there's anything else that would dry in the nether. I guess,
Because these are cosmetic.
It's kind of interesting how there's now lore where gas can dry out in the nether. Or like baby gas dry out easier or something. There's somehow like
You're so rich.
they're somehow moist, I guess.
You know, that would make it interesting to add the mechanic that if you... Excuse me a second.
Okay, you have to keep that on now, Jens. It looks amazing.
That's a nice
looks amazing. You have a lava chicken.
Sorry, still getting over being sick, so didn't want to cough.
You do look kinda
That would make it interesting if there is a secondary mechanic where instead of putting the dried gas in water, if you put it in lava, it would actually just turn into a normal gas.
wolf is so sad. Okay.
So somehow it needs to be hydrated, and what you hydrate it with would actually determine whether it's, you know, good or evil.
Whether it hates the world or not.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because they're so slow as well, the happy gas, you can definitely, like, you don't really use that many speed potions in the regular game. Maybe they can be useful for building fast, you know, in the building fast or moving fast in the sky.
To the top of the tower and see what you find there. Because throughout
I just feel like potions are just not that useful just because they don't stack. They just take up a huge amount of inventory space.
I always have trouble using potions. Honestly, I think they could expand the bundles a little bit and make them incredibly useful for both doing potions and acting as a quiver. So right now, where they can only hold a stack of items, which mean they can only hold one potion, make it so that they can hold 16 of the same potion, and you can drink straight from it or something. And then also have a quiver variant so that you could put like 5 stacks of arrows in there so that it makes it so that infinity becomes less important to, say, keeping a mending bow or something like that.
It's so beautiful in this village. I think it's super cozy. There's a cat that's looking at the fish. That's so cute.
Yeah, maybe bundle variants would be nice in that sense, right? You can make like
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay.
yeah, potion bundle. You can make a quiver, right? Arrow bundle.
Yeah. Well, could you imagine being able to throw potions straight from a bundle? So, like, say you have a bundle with harming potions, and you want to go and pretend to be a mage in Minecraft. So you take a whole bunch of those and you go and fight stuff by throwing potions at them. So you could be, you know, a witch or a warlock or something.
What's the confidence level here?
Just
I already heard someone get hurt.
are they attacking a cart?
I take fall damage.
Oh no, they're not attacking the cart. This is like that Overwatch game or whatnot where you protect the payload.
I want a cart. Can we make carts?
I mean, we kind of got the happy gas, right? And you're able to like interact with it physically in a like stand on it kind of way. So I don't think it's out of the realm to be like attach a cart to a horse or something, right?
Yeah, or 2 horses so that you can get some speed.
Oh, that's another mob you can. What if you did something about like bring a? Oh no, that's probably not great. Just like raise a hoglin to be passive or something. Just zoom in through the nether on a hoglin.
Good job, good job. Actually, the cart is doing okay though.
I know a lot of people really wanted the Ravagers to be rideable, right? To be controllable by the players.
Oh yeah, to be able to tame one.
Yeah.
Now you've got stuck in my head this image of warhogs or something like that.
Man, I really wish the pillagers, oh not pillagers, the piglins can like tame the hoglins and then ride them towards you in battle sometimes or something, right? Like they'll have like their
that
own
would
raider
be
groups.
Absolutely terrifying.
They have their own raider groups, you know. I guess the fact that they're like uncivilized to the point that they don't have villages or whatnot, they only protect like broken bastions. Like maybe they can't ride.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't do.
Or maybe you could have another structure hidden, a rarer structure hidden in the nether, where it would be more of like, hey, this is our kingdom, we're defending this, where they're a little bit more organized and do have those war pigs and stuff. So it wouldn't be something you'd find in the wild. Once you entered into their area, be like, oh, now we can be terrified of something running at us at high speed.
They're the war hoglins are just woglins. We got zoglins, hoglins, woglins. That'd be funny. But yeah, it's
and that would make it so that if you wanted to have one for yourself, you'd have to get one that's already been tamed and saddled. So you'd have to kill its rider and then keep another thing from jumping on before you can get to it.
And also, I think their attack mechanics are pretty interesting as well, right? They fling you up into the air. But imagine like they also have their like cowardice mechanic as for when they were like a baby hoglin, right? They're just like they attack once and then they start to flee, or like they get attacked and they start running away.
Well, then you also need to get into a mechanic of being able to make warped mushrooms into a type of armor or something, so that you can scare them.
I wonder what they do. Like, I think they obviously use the striders, right? To go across the lava. They're not immune to lava. And also you find like what is it called? Dude, I think you do find maybe like zombified piglins, right? Out riding on striders sometimes in the nether. Is that how that works? Oh no, wait. I think it's just striders on striders. Baby striders on.
Yes, it's just striders on striders.
I guess I don't know how to ride anything, maybe. That's why you don't see it lore-wise. But it would be very interesting if they had their own, like, war hoglins.
Yep.
You bring a happy gas to the end. You don't have to. You can fly up to the... Okay. How do happy gas work if they get hit by a shulker bullet? You just fly up?
That sounds like something we're going to have to experiment with.
Because the fun thing would be is that you take a happy gas all the way up, like...
oh my gosh, I want to know what happens if you hit them with a wind charge. How far will they go flying?
Oh, that could have been interesting. Maybe if they were like... If you did something like, what is it called? If you fed them wind charges instead of snowballs to make them grow up.
Yes. That would definitely reinforce the fact that they are living balloons, yes.
Very, very balloon. Happy balloons. I don't know why. It's just like their faces here just makes it look so peaceful. They're so angry in the nether. They're so peaceful. But the fact that you can like ride them to the point where you can actually stand on them while someone else is driving is nice. It's kind of like a wider boat, I guess, right?
And also you're all staring at...
Like you can stand on the top of boats and won't fall off, but it's somehow somewhat buggy if it's moving, or if you're on the edge of a boat.
Let's go inside.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely starting to open the door with this one on vehicles in the future. Like, wouldn't it be cool to be able to have a larger boat? One that you could actually live on and sail, and have a wagon so that you could, you know, be a true nomad.
You just have to have, like, not the wagon or something be like actual full blocks or whatnot. Just like, but it kind of sucks sometimes when like they're blocky, but you can't place anything on them. Makes it hard to build with just the mob or just the item. Oh yeah, we go to here.
Much bigger, just as happy.
Grows up pretty fast. Yeah, you can definitely... I kind of hope they make some colored glass variants, because we always see colored wool variants and colored leather variants and all that stuff, but I kind of want to see, like, colored glass variants, so they can have, like, tinted spectacles while they're riding in the sky.
No, Tiny Ian's already called.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of want to have my own goggles now, too.
I wonder what goggles would even do. Would be, like, what would be a nice mechanic for goggles besides looking cool-ish?
It looks so great.
Alright, who's driving?
Help you see better underwater?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, be able to see in lava if you drink a fire resist potion. Of course, that should probably be like the tinted glass.
Maybe. Imagine you make two spy glasses, you put them together, you get binoculars so that you can just press a keybind to look out in the distance. Like, I think that would make sense in the fact, in the way that it takes a slot of armor away, right? In order for you to use the binoculars.
I don't know, I could see a full utility helmet with that. Like, attach a spyglass and you can flip it out. And then also attach a compass or a clock, and you could get some additional displays as well on your screen without mods.
I'm happy.
Okay.
And maybe you can make it like
If you, yeah,
you can customize the helmet in a way where it's also like
you will notice that it's super polite.
like you can put like a lantern on it or something, make it a mining helmet.
Still, so we can
Ooh, there you go.
on it. Yeah,
That's very kind.
it's a very kind and polite happy guest. Ooh.
We have chests as usual.
Okay,
That
it
could
looks
be
like
cool.
when anyone's on the ghast, it won't move. Looks like if they're riding the ghast, yeah, it's just not gonna move until everyone's off. Maybe it's not detecting just players. Maybe you can put any kind of entity on the ghast to make them not move. So you can have like a whole thing where you park a ghast, but then you drop a boat on them so they don't move.
Oh, interesting. What is that?
Yes.
I missed what that little egg-shaped snow thing looked like, or was. Happy. Oh, that was the spawn egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which it has a smile. It has a smile on it.
If you can get your guests to come back.
The locator bar is actually kind of laggy, or like not very smooth, I guess.
That would be hard because you're trying to keep track of something that is active, so you're relying on communication. So
Yeah, but they can at least like interpolate. Oh, it looks like they are moving. I think they are moving in accordance to where they're looking when they're pressing forward or something. Let me see. Yeah, looking downwards or something. Yeah, looking downwards and then pressing.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it was. That was a good shot of it.
Looking upwards, but you can just move left and right. Okay, that's kind of interesting. How are they? I don't think they were
That's
looking.
got a very fast spin too, so like that's not hindering.
I think they are
their
just
ability
pressing
to
left
look
and
around.
right in order to move, in order to rotate, maybe.
Yeah. Based upon how quickly it's moving and whatnot, it's definitely the driver.
Yeah,
And it's stuck to the mouse for sure.
It looks like you're only going to be able to look in the vertical plane or like the vertically on the axis or something.
Yeah.
So you can't like turn. You can move the mouse left and right and stuff, but you won't be able to turn unless you press the arrow keys, right, or the A and D. So you can look all around for you to build, but when you want to turn to get a wider angle, you have to press in the movement keys.
Maybe like racing tracks.
I guess you can move backwards too, right? They're looking a direction. You look up. You press backwards, and then you move down diagonally.
Just like this.
Yes.
And how exciting that is.
It makes me think of Sky Cities and how you could just build up there.
Yeah, I think the only problem is that you can't really place blocks in midair, right? So you have to have started with a scaffolding that goes all the way up to that block in order to place something or start building there.
Oh, you know, I'm very fond of the lush caves. I got
What I really wanted to see, and so we.
But like I like the whole like you're like traveling with friends on it, right? Obviously now you know that like you can shift and you'll land right on it, but it'd be so interesting if there was like if you could make a mini game where you have to fly up high in the sky, the driver doesn't get off, but when you say 3, 2, 1, go, everyone dismounts and tries to knock someone off, be the last one standing on the gas.
Oh, that could be a fun mini game.
Yeah, but it's like,
You know, seeing the ghast here, like it's giving me an idea where we need to have exploding arrows that actually break blocks. Because if you were flying one of these in the nether and you hit an area where it's like, oh, I can't fit through here with Balloon Boy, I need to blast a hole through the wall so that I can continue on. Like, that would have a lot of utility, but they need to make it like super expensive because that is like having gassed fireballs at your disposal.
You know, it would be interesting if you can like maybe you can feed them like fireballs, right? And so the direction you're looking at, they shoot it out immediately. They shoot
Oh
it
my
out in the
goodness.
direction, right?
Being able to make gassed treats or something, or like, oh, you take a snowball and then they need to add something like a spicy pepper,
Oh, and you know, it would be
and then you
interesting.
mix those together. And if you use it while riding, it'll eat it and then it'll spit a fireball.
No, I was just thinking like you can feed the ghast anything you want while you're on it, right? So you feed it a snowball, it'll shoot out some snowballs. You feed it like a fire charge, it'll shoot out some fire charges. You feed it like a wind charge, it'll shoot out a wind charge or something. Right? Like in the direction that it's facing.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
Just like it wouldn't make that much sense in the sense that you're on top of it and how are you reaching down to feed it, but like it would be fun. But yeah, it's kind
They're
of
going to have to add armor to this though as well, because just thinking about it, you could be fighting a wither on one of these things.
Oh, actually that's pretty interesting, right? Like if you were fighting a wither on it, 4 friends on a on a cast shooting the wither in the sky, you know?
Yeah, I feel like this is going to take some experimenting and find out, okay, if you're on it, how easy is it for somebody to kill your mount or for something else to damage it?
Yeah. But I feel
That would
like they
definitely
don't
change
really
some
want it
things.
to have armor because it's kind of like maybe lore-wise, it's too bulky for them, right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how you would protect it if you wanted to do something fun like that though.
Maybe just have maybe you fight it with a group of people, right? But
Yeah.
you have one guy on healing duty. So they're just constantly tossing potions, splash potions of healing or regeneration on the
Wait,
gas.
isn't there healing arrows?
I think there are, but I think it's way slower than just tossing a bunch of potions.
Well,
And plus,
yeah,
I
but
don't think
trying to
there
hit
is.
something with a potion with gravity involved, that's difficult. Whereas having the tipped arrows would actually make a lot of sense in that
Well,
case.
if you're on healing duty, you're just going to stand on top of the gas and toss potions, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah. Assuming that the potion can actually hit the gas directly.
Yeah, you just toss it on top. The top seems like a sturdy place. Maybe
It should be, but then potions pass right through things all the time.
wonder how they're dealing with that. Maybe they did just make it like not like it has the gas floating mechanics, but it also has the hitboxes of like boats and stuff like that. Though I don't remember if like boats allowed potions to fall through it.
I don't know. I thought it had to do with the type of potion that you were throwing.
You'd have to put like
I
lingering
suppose
potions or
it
something.
should work. But yeah, if you were fighting a wither anyway, yeah, you would have to you'd have to have all sorts of potions and whatnot.
And it's probably better this way. I mean, you could do like my bad. You can do like everyone gets a happy gas, right? They're all on their own and they're attacking the wither so that not one person can one happy gas could die, right? Like or get targeted at a time.
Yeah.
Or it could be like, oh yeah, you could do something like that. And if a gas dies, you just try to hitch a ride on someone else's happy gas. Right? In the middle of the fight. It's like, oops. On to the
I
next
wonder
one.
if you can stand on a ghast that doesn't have the harness. Because you could play an Elytra minigame with that.
Oh,
where you have to land on the ghast.
It would be so funny if it acted like a slime block.
Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun.
Just like without the harness, it's just like a huge like marshmallow bouncy thing. You can just like just bounce from gas to gas.
That would be great.
And plus, you can position them wherever you want, right? And then you don't have to have like a huge pad of slime blocks to like
Yeah.
account for people missing the one block. But like, I think that would be pretty funny. Just like people bouncing on gas to, oh, if you're in like midair, bouncing on a gas just to hit someone with a mace attack.
What if they had a mechanic whereby you could actually re-dehydrate one of these things and put it back in your pocket so that you could take it somewhere else and then like give it a potion
I mean,
and it would rehydrate? Like that would be so much fun to be able to like, oh, I'm going to carry my pocket mount.
I mean, I think it would be interesting if they did something like that where like you ride a happy gas through the nether and then it'll or no, you don't have to
Oh,
ride
slowly
it, but,
start shriveling up.
slowly start shriveling up again. But yeah, I think
Oh,
they
that
do
could
have
be
to make
very
it so
bad,
that
too.
like you can breed them afterwards, because I think just if they can die easily, it would be kind of hard to keep them or to keep finding dried gas, you know.
Yeah, my guess is they didn't put in breeding mechanics, but they also didn't anticipate that people are going to be using them in any way whereas they get harmed. It's more of a peaceful thing to do.
Hmm. I think it's kind of like that thing where people like people will ask for a feature, like they want to ride sniffers, but also at the same time, it's not really that like helpful, right? To ride a sniffer, like,
Yeah.
well,
See,
I mean,
I
it's
don't want to ride a sniffer. I want the sniffer to be able to carry like 2 double chests because those things are huge.
mm,
Then I could have it, follow me somehow.
hmm. You want to make like a, I mean, I guess that's the reason why like camels exist as well. You can make a caravan of camels.
Yeah.
That's probably already better than the sniffer. I think the sniffer is actually more rare now than the camels. Yeah, the sniffer. Yeah, the sniffer, you do need to start it off, to start out getting a family of sniffers. They drop eggs. Maybe, I don't think it would make sense if they'd like, if you bred 2 happy gas and they give you a dried gas. Maybe they just pop out that already hydrated little one if they breed it, right? What is it?
Yeah, that would be about the only way it would make sense.
You just start breeding balloons. Oh yeah, but the vibrant visuals are nice here as well. Oh man,
Vibrant visuals is a visual upgrade of the game.
I just don't know how they said it said right in the demo. It's a recorded from a high-end PC. How high-end? What do you mean? Like 4070 and above or something? 3070 and above?
Yeah. I noticed that too. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna make it so that a lot of people who are playing on Bedrock still can't use it.
I mean, like I can use it, right? Because it's like, it's no longer like NVIDIA, like shield in a way, where it's like, the ray tracing only works with NVIDIA. I think this definitely does use some like ray tracing cores and whatnot to do so. So maybe 3060 and above can get like at least 30 FPS.
It makes the game
But like
have a really epic scale, and it's so much more.
It's kind of like, like if they said this was running on an Xbox Series S, I would be like, okay, that's nice. And a lot of other consoles, a lot of other PCs, that would be kind of like mid-range PC territory, right? So it can work on any kind of system in the mid-range that has ray tracing cores. But it said high-end PC. I don't know what they mean by high-end. They don't even say in the description.
It behaves a bit differently on the textures. This is because we have.
Okay, it kind of also, it affects the blocks too. It also gets the shader effect on the blocks, on the items.
Allows us to create extra textures for every texture, and this will enhance how the lighting behaves on the block. We have improved.
They have the whole emissive eyes thing, but I don't think they have like. They probably don't have like. Actually, they might have emissive torches. I wonder if they'll actually add emissive torches.
Stuff actually glows now, like spider eyes or Enderman eyes.
Enderman eyes, spider eyes. Look at how dark that is, though. Look at how dark this is.
Actually glows now, like spider eyes or
Yeah.
It helps with the ambience a lot when it gets really dark. Very, very spooky. But also the fade in with the clouds kind of feels like it's very tight or very close by.
In the lush caves, it also
Okay, in the lush caves, I think these glow like and are submerged or something. They look a different color. So that might be the water playing an effect on the light.
Yeah.
And then we have all
They
these.
look like they should be underwater.
Yeah. I don't see any glow squids. I don't think. Did they show glow squids emissive textures?
all the glowberries around there. When you're building your house,
Well, the glowberries look like they did shine well.
because you're like
Okay. It's not a very good angle to get, or very good scene to see the light from the torches work.
before, now the light will actually shine through your windows and light.
Light will shine through the windows. Okay. Don't know why they have like random dirt blocks there.
In the past, whenever I took screenshots of my own builds, I
Wait,
tended
go
to
back on that
The light will actually
to where those
shine
dirt blocks were.
through your windows and light up
Actually,
the room.
I feel like that actually is like part of the actual spawning of this.
Okay,
build for some reason.
the angle was weird. Those are too wide. I was like, wait, is that a vertical
In the past, whenever I took screenshots of my
dirt
own
slab?
builds, I tended to do them when it was dawn or
Oh man, it might be very laggy in these areas where you have lots of shadows,
night cycle because that
lots of
gives
thin
more
shadows
interesting
casting there.
contrast. Now with
Yeah.
vibrant visuals,
But also jungles are already like the most laggiest biomes in the game, right?
directional light and the shadows and all the
So many
effects
leaves
give
and
a
so
much
many
more
transparent
opportunity to
textures.
create very interesting screenshots.
Okay, it looks to go through the petals of the flower, so of the
One of my favorite
yeah,
new improvements
the
is
flowers
the
there.
water. Like the water has
I do really like this effect though. The whole scattering of light underwater with the blocky kind of look.
the deep dark.
The deep dark. Look at this. You can actually see in the deep dark now. You can't see at night with the vibrant visuals, right? In the overworld, but like in the deep dark, you can actually see like it's really kind of the skulk is surrounding you. Like you can't see that in regular Minecraft. Like you can't really, because the deep dark, these don't have emissive textures, I think, right? In the
See, for me, I'm looking at this and I'm going, this doesn't actually look that good. But I'm normally running with shaders, so when I go to the deep dark, it looks amazing.
I just think this looks better in the sense that you can feel the skulk surrounding you, because you don't really see that in the normal deep dark ancient city kind of vibe, right?
The skulk is
Like
now
it's
an
usually
initiative
just
information
super dark, and you can basically only see like the skulk around you.
really magical scene. Before it did so as well,
Yeah.
but now it's more immersive.
You know, they probably could update the skulk and make it a little bit creepier by like randomly putting something will move within a certain distance of the player, but it blends in with the skulk, so you just kind of see this shadowy thing move,
The shadows, they add a lot of good
but never
context to
actually
the world.
find it.
It helps put everything in context, and it will
Actually, that's kind of interesting here.
And it feels true to
I don't know if people are gonna get annoyed by this, like about how this is how the shadows getting cast here, like constantly,
shadows, they add
like they kind of flicker
a lot of
in a
good
way,
contrast to
right?
the world. It helps
Yeah, as the sun moves.
But this
Well,
is
yeah,
this
but
is pretty nice.
they've got such a time lapse on it. If you watch that horse in the background, you can see how much they've sped it up.
the shadows, they
Oh yeah,
add a lot of
yeah. All
good
the
contrast to the world.
petals are moving very
It helps
fast.
put every-
Oh, that same thing there, right? Yeah. So I guess it's not
Yeah.
really that big of a deal unless you're doing like, like you said, time lapses, right? Like
Yeah.
it could look kind of jarring.
everything in context, and it will make the world feel a little bit.
Oh man, I really do like the scattering.
That right there, that looks really cool. That little pool with the turtle.
Mm-hmm.
I think that looks pretty amazing with those textures coming in from the water.
Although I'm not really seeing like the light passing through the roots, right? They show like how's the sun moving in this.
A little bit more familiar.
No, it's kind of like the sun was moving the opposite orthogonal.
See in the reflection that they're pixelated according to the texture.
This is such low bit rate here.
This is for the sake of consistency.
My goodness, that actually looks pretty nice.
And we think it looks great.
But like, they said this coming to Bedrock first and then Java, so I assume they're much different rendering engines. I'm not sure how much one-to-one there's going to be here. The only thing I don't like is like how tiled the water looks when it's very like at a distance here, because I think that's a problem with like how a lot of games with some water just tile it instead of like blending it all together.
So
like you see this kind of tiling effect.
They're all moving the same way at the same time.
Yeah, this is a tiling effect that you see in like the Pokemon games now.
Visuals is backwards compatible.
Like this, you can see like they do try to like blend in with the regular graphics, right, to make it not look tiled. But when you turn on the vibrant visuals here, you can see that like there's streaks here, right? It shouldn't be streaks.
No.
You can just.
But like it's not too bad. I think it's more so just when the light hits it, you know, which is all the point of the vibrant visuals. It's all about the light.
Locally, so you can play together with your friends.
I still don't understand why he had to say this won't destroy your worlds. This won't destroy your servers. Okay, so this somewhat of a matte shine on the lapis there. Is it going to
in the same server?
Okay, I didn't see the shadows on the items. Maybe that's a way they saved costs. Maybe there is shadows on the items. But imagine just tons of item entities on the ground with all different shapes. That would be very, very taxing. But high-end PC, I think there is some reflection here of the animals. I think I see a bit of pink, bit of orange, bit of black. Can't really see with the white there, but
you can see it on the pig to the left of the boat.
To the left of the boat. Yeah, you can definitely see their colors being reflected.
The big boat to the left of the big boat, you can see the pink pig, the one that's on the shore.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Oh yeah, you could see the glow vines on the boat here as well. Which is nice. Is there anything else that seems a bit you can glean from this? Not really. Hold on a second. Okay. Back there. Okay. You can see that the waterfalls actually have the light as well, which is nice. It actually makes it look like it's flowing water there.
We felt that it was important to do something new and fresh.
Here, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, you see the firefly bushes spawn next to the water sides as well.
Fresh, while keeping it true to vanilla. And I think Jasper and the team did a great job.
What is with this one? Oh, this is off.
We are sharing the first news of.
Okay. Actually, let's see.
And I think Jasper and the team did a great job.
So that was lava. It was very blinding. I was wondering what that was. That is the lava right there. The powered rails look like they have a little bit of an emissive glow to them. The redstone too, like you can't really tell that they're powered here, right? With the visuals off. But you can tell that they're powered as soon as like you turn on the visuals, right?
News of vibrant
Also, the lanterns look a little bit more brighter. I don't think they'll do an emissive texture where you're holding a torch and it will illuminate the surroundings around you.
We are at the very start of a long
Pale oak boat. Okay. Anything else to see from this? I don't think so.
We believe this is something very special.
I mean, I don't think they're doing anything special with the fog either. But
we are bringing vibrant visuals.
my visuals on here. Like, you can definitely see it. The torches do glow more, but it's not like dynamic. I don't believe. If they actually do bring dynamic textures, that'd be nice, though. Dynamic lighting, I mean. For vibrant visuals, even though technically the light levels around you wouldn't be bright.
To a broad range of devices.
Nothing here.
This
The light is not hitting this in a way where you can see light shine through it. Maybe they don't do that much for these transparent blocks.
Graphical upgrade is planned for Java, and we're exploring how to do it. But the first version will be available on compatible Bedrock devices.
This is what happened to the Super Duper graphics pack.
I hope these new features will inspire people to.
Yeah, nothing else here.
Amazing builds.
Okay. I think that's basically it. Besides the happy gas, right?
So the gasling just floats around the over.
It has like it has a pink bottom. It has the pink gills or whatnot. It also has a pink bottom for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Also, a tentacle is coming out from the pink bottom as well. Don't know what it's trying to represent there. What does it mean by? Does it just mean young and fresh?
So yeah, it does what a balloon does. It floats and goes around.
My goodness.
But it's also very curious. So it's gonna somewhat imprint over players or mobs and just follow them around a bit. Until
So the baby ones follow you regardless. The adults have to be tempted with the snowballs.
Gets bored and then it's just gonna go and follow something else.
This one will not spit fireballs, but you can feed it with something, Agnes.
Yes. It actually is quite fond of snowballs instead, of course.
I think it's so adorable. It's both
Hmm.
hydration and cooling down.
And when it grows up,
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe the red represents it like heating up. What if you don't feed it snowballs? Does it still grow into a happy ghast? Or is it like if you feed it if you don't feed it snowballs, it will grow, it won't be able to cool down, it will grow into an angry ghast.
it turns.
Also, I don't know if they're like gonna rename the original ghast to be angry ghast or something like that.
Into yet another new thing, which is the happy gas.
It'd be very interesting.
Yeah, the happy gas.
Just so happy.
Is friendly towards the player, is gonna roam around, fly around. If the gust brings you fires, the happy gust brings you smiles.
There's one more thing you can do with happy gas.
I wonder if there's going to be an advancement where you bring the happy gas into another. Oh. You know, it'd be interesting if, like, the happy gas enters the portal, comes angry instantly, or maybe it just dries up instantly, turns back to a dried gas.
Can fly on it.
Which is obviously.
Man, this is such a fun reveal here. I'm not sure how other people are reacting to this, but I think this has a lot of potential. Just like this feature in general, just having a rideable mob that can stay with you in the middle of the air. I think it's the only way you can actually stabilize yourself in the air. Like, you can fly already with the Elytra, but you're moving fast. You have to have rockets with you. But the ghast itself, just having you stabilized in the air, and plus you can dismount onto it, would be nice. Like, you don't even have to.
I think that's one of the major advantages of this particular feature is its ability to help you with an actual build. Because normally, yes, you'd have to have scaffolding in order to do anything, or some sort of a block to work as scaffolding. Whereas by this, you can build that giant ceiling that you hadn't gotten to in the initial build, and you don't have to put all those blocks in place. All you have to do is make sure that you've got a happy ghast.
Or you have enough room for a happy gas to go into, right? And
Well,
plus,
yeah, if you're building at that size, you probably have room.
yeah. But plus, you don't even have to use the happy gas when you're building, right? All you have to do is just position the happy gas there, and then dismount and move on it, right? You can move on the gas a couple blocks. This is like 3.5 blocks or something, 4 blocks, right?
Right.
And you can just start building on it. And since the happy gas won't move if there's an entity on it, right? Then you can just use it as a platform and then mount on it again, move it a little bit further, right? It's kind of like scaffolding in that way, where you have to continually move it in order to do what you want, but you don't have to always deal with like the swimming mechanics when you're trying to like move through the air. You can just dismount it and then play Minecraft regularly on it, and then mount it again, move to another spot. You know, very interesting.
So if you craft a harness for your ghost, you can tempt the ghost. We have a new neat feature as well, Agnes.
I think the only thing they really need for this is just the ability to place blocks in the air.
Bar, which you see like at the bottom of the screen, and
the dried gas with all of its
It really does look like a seal here.
decorative implications. The gasling
25th, starring both cold and
I wonder if they have any natural predators. If they're happy. I mean, I guess they're large enough to be like, no one's gonna attack us. Oh, you know what'd be interesting? If they made it like, if they actually make it like they added like balloons, right? They make them seem like balloons to other mobs, so like skeletons will attack them, try to pop them. Trident wielding drowns can attack them, try to pop them.
Yes, and then we have Steve.
I wonder if that would be an interesting natural enemy to them.
We have the cold variants.
Although, obviously they don't need a natural enemy at all, but
I really love how they look.
I just absolutely gravitate towards this cold chicken.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, but if they did that, I think the skeletons that spawn in the nether would also then be shooting at the angry gas, and the angry gas would be shooting back at them too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Imagine that's the new lore, right? They're actually angry at the gas, and then when they pop them, they dry out, become dried gas. So you revive them to be happy. You give them a new life. I mean, okay, so the dried gas was found. I'm not sure if they're always going to be found near the fossils, right? But maybe the lore could be like the fossils are actually like. Oh no, I feel like okay, that it's too morbid. But I would say like maybe gas mother died trying to protect their baby. Raising their child in another or something. And that's why they became a dried gas. Then when you bring it to the overworld and wet it back up, right? Moisten the baby in a better place without any lava, it becomes happy.
I think we actually got. Thank you so much for walking us through
the tech.
Oh. What if they do have like angry baby gas flying around like huge gas in the nether, right? They're shooting mini fireballs at you that don't like explode. They're just like regular fireballs. They're just teaching their teaching their children the art of war in the nether.
That, or they shoot a non-explosive like ball of gas, but if it hits anything flaming, it will then explode.
Oh, it
like,
shoots
it's
like
flammable.
It shoots like wind charges.
Yeah.
Like just wind charges, and then you'd be like, you know, how wind charges on contact kind of explode, right? So when they grow up, they learn how to make that more potent and make it a huge flaming ball of fire. I kind of do want to see like angry baby gas in Nether. That'd be so funny to see people get hit by a gas family in Nether.
Still happy though. Much bigger, just as happy.
I wonder. I kind of hope that like you can actually do like, instead of feeding it snowballs, you feed it fire charges in order to make it turn into a regular angry gas or whatnot. Interesting, like divergent mechanic there. Like you can either be happy or sad. It depends on who raised you. Happy or angry, I mean, I guess the regular gas aren't really angry. They're sad. So is it like, say gas tears, right? Gas tears. Maybe it's not like they're angry. It's maybe more like they're sad and then they expend all their tears and dry up. That would be interesting lore.
I noticed that.
Oh, they also don't show what happens if you kill these things. I don't think they drop anything useful if you do kill Happy Ghast.
I think it's so nice that you
Yeah, that'll be an interesting thing to experiment with, for sure.
It's interesting to kill them.
Not that you would normally want to, especially since you have to find them, but if they did add breeding mechanics.
Yeah.
What does a gas station look like? And
Yeah, you might have to cull some, like you do with cows and pigs and all that stuff. People don't.
I meant the gas station. I immediately just.
What did they make a joke about there? Gas station? Gas station?
Yeah.
I mean, I think this just opens up a whole new world of like having like sky platforms, sky bases, right? Because it's like it's kind of easy to get there if you have a Happy Cast. Instead of having to always require people to use like a huge water stream that goes up, a slime block launcher, require them to have an elytra with rockets to get up to your sky base. No, you can just see someone just flying along on a Happy Ghast all the way to your base.
Well, you could also use it to build in some of those shattered biomes.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's already got like floating stuff, and instead of having to build up and get up into it and get your base kind of going, you can use one of those to get yourself up there and start expanding right away.
What is the world height now? Like 384 Y level? So you can build pretty high up bases, build pretty interesting things. Yeah. I think the only major thing that I keep bringing up is just that you can't really place blocks in midair. So you always have to have something to build off of. But if you can build off the gas, that'd be really, really good. I wonder what other stuff we'll get. I feel like they showed this off because this is the highlighting feature, right? The highlight of the next drop, which will probably happen in summer. Summer, maybe June, July is what I bet. And these drops are going to vary in sizes and stuff, so I don't think you can expect that much more than a Happy Ghast, right? Like, I think you can always expect something more, but you can't expect that much more than what they've shown here, right? I wonder what they could do. Because they need to do the snapshots, they need to get the feedback. They're playing along with the sky. Okay, what about this, right? They change up sky generation in a way where cloud blocks exist. Right? So you can actually start building up in the sky. It incentivizes you to just not have to pillar up all the way. You don't have to place blocks on the ghast, but you can build on the clouds or whatnot, right? Start building on the clouds. Instead of having to have those massive ugly pillars that go all the way up, scaffolding, whatnot. Actually, I wonder how fast these things can rise, because they themselves like rise up and down pretty fast, right? So if you're pressing space, could you rise up fast? Like, you don't even have to build an elevator. Like, if you have like a happy ghast and you have like an AFK platform up above, maybe it's easier just to happy ghast your way all the way up than just ride that scaffolding or whatnot. You have like ghast elevator in that way. But I think what technical players will do with the happy ghast is like when they dismount, since maybe they're playing single player, maybe that's the only farm they have, they dismount and then they dispense a boat on top of them, so that prevents them from moving instead of having to leash them up all the time. That's probably what the technical players will do.
That's going to make me wonder if you can take any fall damage when you land on one of those things.
I mean, if they made them bouncy, like how we suggested, right? I think it would make sense that they wouldn't take any fall damage unless you like held shift while you fell on it or whatnot. But yeah, it'd be kind of interesting. You die on a boat, right? You can die if you fall on a boat, I think, right?
There were certain block heights that if you fell in the boat, you would die, but otherwise,
Well, not
no.
in the boat, like
But
on the boat, right? Like it treats it as a
Oh
solid
yeah,
platform.
no, the boat doesn't save you.
Yeah. Unless you jump into the boat last
Unless
second.
you were able to mount or jump in the boat.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting if they made this, even if they made the gas kind of like bed-like, where you can, or like even hay bale-like, right? It does reduce the fall damage, but doesn't completely negate it. But yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, if they made like their faces on the side like a kind of bouncy platform as well, just imagine if you were flying with a Elytra and you just boing bounce straight off of the happy gas. I kind of wish they could do that. Just like you have them, you get reflected off of gas because they're so bouncy. They're balloon like. Man, I think there's a lot of good potential here. Also, we didn't see them go into the water. Maybe you can't go into water with the happy gas as well. It's not really likely that you'll need a happy gas in the water, but they can. They're not safe in lava. Maybe they can. Maybe they don't drown or something. Since they're all hydrated, I mean, I guess they have the gills, right? They have the gills. They could probably, but maybe the gills are only just for surviving in the air, filtering air. But I don't know. There's a. I think this drop is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, for sure. That one looks like a lot of fun.
If you don't kill them, the gas in the nether are sad. They're depressed. They drop the gas tiers. Happy gas. What do they drop? Snowballs. I don't know. I hope there's not any incentive to actually kill them in a way. But also, if you do, or if you're able to get like 2 of them, I hope they're breedable. Hope you can get more little happy gas. And not make a happy gas farm. Make it like a horse. Make it like how horses work, right? Horses can drop leather, but they're not good at dropping leather. So you don't really kill them for leather. But you breed them to make more horses that you can travel right around, or try to breed the best horse you can. I hope it's like that. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I think a lot of people have been asking for as well. Is like, it's like some mobs you can't access their saddle inventory, so you have to kill them to remove the saddle. Like, what is it called? The pig and the pig and the strider. You have a favorite strider, but you don't want to have a saddle on it anymore. It kind of sucks. But I think here, do they have an interface for putting on the harness?
Yes. Which color
Like, is this does this have like a llama interface where you can,
You said that very fast. You were ready.
a horse interface where you can just remove the saddle, remove the harness, right?
I do like green.
They just moved
Is your favorite color all the colors?
Multiple? I mean, maybe, yeah.
I mean, Tiny Jens's favorite color is beach ball.
Beach ball, which is a bit odd. Beach ball is not my favorite color.
No. Tiny Jens already called it.
And I love how their recipe is so connected.
Okay,
to,
they gave
like,
it to
how
someone
the
else.
harness
Are they going to show?
look like. So like you put the 2 glass blocks because of the goggles and the.
Are they going to show how they put it in? No. Okay, it looks like they just right-clicked it on. So maybe the Happy Gas don't have an interface. Maybe it is like the whole. Oh, that would suck so bad, actually. Just because, or maybe they shift clicked it on, right? Because I think you can just shift click and
So like you put the 2 glass.
you can just shift click and not have to access the inventory of the gas.
The carpet, and then of course the.
No, I don't think they shift clicked it on. It looks like you might have to kill the gas to get the harness back. I wonder if you can hydrate dried gas in nether with water cauldron. No, I think you have to submerge it in water. And plus, I don't think water cauldrons work in the nether, right? Yeah.
I feel like that was a mechanic that was fixed at one point.
They do? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the green kind of looks like he's got like a melon, like kind of carpet on him. But anyway, I think this is gonna be it for me. I gotta actually have to do taxes today, but yeah. Thank you for joining me, Sanity.
Yep, no problem.
I'm actually looking forward to this update, or to this drop. How about you?
I think this one in particular is going to be kind of fun. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to getting a Happy Gast.
Yeah, that is the Minecraft
And some of
Live,
the
right?
ambient stuff, so
Oh, yeah.
that'll be fun.
I wonder if Happy Gas and Sad Gas can coexist, or the Sad Gas just attack the Happy Gas. Would be interesting. But at the same time, that's gonna wrap it up. We'll have another Minecraft Live this year. What is it? We're in March. They said 2 Minecraft Lives, so they're probably paced out 6 months in between. So we'll have one in September, possibly. And by then, I think we'll have the summer drop, which I think will include the Happy Gast in one of those drops. And then by the next Minecraft Live, there'll be another drop that's going to be announced for the fall drop, or that's going to be coming out for the fall drop, because we have the spring drop coming in right now. It's a release candidate 1. But yeah, it's also 4-player rideable. Yeah, I think this thing has a bunch of potential for mini games and a lot of other fun little combat stuff. But yeah. Ooh, that was a long thing for a long stream for 30 minutes of content here, I think. What is this? Is it 30 minutes? What is this? No, it's been over. Actually, it's like an hour long, isn't it? Hour long Minecraft Live. But this is part of the after show, right? I mean, I guess we can say the after show is part of the show. Still, just to see how these mechanics work. But I think it was only 30 minutes until the announcement of the Happy Cast. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed watching this alongside me and Sanity. Poke, I think, was supposed to join us, but I think maybe he overslept or something. Poke and Tree, yada yada. Hope you had a good day, good night, life, and I'll see you in the next one. I think I will be streaming some more stuff this week, because this is spring break for me now, thankfully. Bye bye, stream.